like a boss.
Make him feel like you're mad at him, okay? Now this only works when he likes you, okay? This is the prerequisite. This works when you have chemistry. Why? Because when a guy has chemistry with you, it's a lot harder to let go of you. When a guy has chemistry for you, he's gonna say, I don't feel like this for a lot of women, so I'm gonna deal with this. You get what I'm trying to say? Because what you do is that the reason why he stays is because of the chemistry and the sex, one or two, right? But generally, when you have good chemistry with a guy, don't underestimate how much bullshit they're willing to deal with. They like you. When you have good chemistry or good sex, a guy's gonna deal with a lot of shit. And his willingness to deal with a lot of shit gives you space to do a lot of these things. Because if there's no emotional attachment and you do this, he might leave. Or if he has enough options, he might leave. But just because you have options doesn't mean you're gonna leave. So it's kind of like in the middle, okay? So make him feel like you're mad at him. And this is actually, I learned this from a client where she told me that she was talking to a guy and she wanted to video chat with him. And then she was like, why don't you want to video chat? What are you, ugly? Just playing around with him. And he was like, no. And then he was like, I gotta talk to you later, bye. And he left. And that whole time she said after he did that, she got needy. So what you could do is misinterpret something. Maybe he says something and you just take it as something bad so that you could use that as an excuse to pull away. And this is gaslighting people, I swear to God. And what tends to happen is that they feel the guilt. And if they like you enough, they'll take on the guilt and chase you. I mean, and what you do is that you don't validate him completely. You return to him, but a little colder. In other words, you're back. Now you gotta work to put me back in the state that I used to be when I liked you a little bit more. Does that make sense? Leave him alone when you're away. Listen to me. When you're with him, you could be as needy as you want to fucking be. Okay? You could fucking look at him with those creepy eyes and shit, right? You could give him a gift. You could do whatever the fuck you want. But you always have to balance that with the, like I always say, look, some of you guys are gonna say, you already said this, but some of you guys are hard-headed. Some of you guys, I tell you this and it just doesn't get through your head, okay? So I gotta keep repeating it until you guys don't have to watch these videos. Unless you watch me because I'm entertaining. But leave him alone. Like, simply leaving a guy alone will make him feel needy. Why? Because most women don't leave you the fuck alone. When a woman likes you, most of the time they don't leave you alone. So when you leave him alone, that means that get him to complain why you don't initiate contact all the time. Or what you could do is that you could sort of use the pattern that I teach of texting, which is 2 hours and then 3 times. The first text of the day, taking 2 or 3 hours, and then respond to him, taking 5 to 20 minutes, 3 times, and then go back to 2 or 3 hours. And then from time to time, completely reverse that pattern and text back fast. You know what I'm saying? Go a whole day where you text back fast, and then a whole day where you don't text back fast. Then once a month, you go a whole day where you don't respond to him, like once a month. You keep that, and then let's just say he goes on vacation or you go on vacation. You don't text him. As long as you don't have a history of cheating and you do this, he's gonna say, why doesn't she hit me up? She doesn't miss me? What the fuck, right? By just leaving this motherfucker alone, it can activate insecurity in his heart that he's trying to conceal. The next one is something that I teach a lot, which is the art of insinuation. Pretty much, it's all about talking about something that makes him feel insecure, comparing him to somebody else, and switching the topic, okay? Now, I know I say this and you're like, we heard this before. Okay, all you motherfuckers saying you heard this before. How many times have you done it? Exactly, right? So that's why I gotta keep repeating it. Teach you this, and it sounds simple, but the hard part is that you guys don't do it, okay? So by simply insinuating, so an example is, again, let's just say that he is a programmer. You could be like, oh wow, I love this guy who's a traveler. He's so adventurous, and he's always athletic, and he's like, I love this guy who's athletic. He's so cool because he travels. And he's like, oh yeah. And then you change the topic. Then you change it. Anyways, fucking Bobby the programmer, what are you up to this week? Programming and staying home. Oh, okay. Anyways, I gotta go. And when you leave, you're like, he's like, oh man, like Jake the fucking adventurers. I mean, fucking Jake the explorer. Travels, skydives, and here I am fucking programming. Oh, man, he is totally, I could lose this girl, man. You make him feel like it comes from him. Because you didn't talk about the subject, you just changed the topic. As soon as you change the topic, he's gonna have to process that because you jabbed at an insecurity and then you change the topic. So he couldn't process it. So he's gonna process it when you're away, and it's gonna feel like it comes from him. So you can use this with anything. The fourth one, create a pattern of neediness and then break it, right? So it could be that you were texting him a lot. It could be that you were calling him a lot. It could be that you were always there, right? You were actually acting needy. In fact, he took you for granted. In fact, he felt like you were never gonna leave him. And then you break that fucking pattern. You stop initiating contact. That don't mean that you don't respond. You respond. You say yes to the dates. But now you're a little colder. Now you're not initiating him. Now you don't sound as excited. When you're with him, you're there, don't get me wrong. But when you're not with him, you make him feel like you forgot him. In fact, sometimes, heck, you might even cancel the day when you decided to pull away. You might even cancel a date that week, strategically speaking. The point is that when you do that, and you creating that pattern, in his mind, he's not gonna understand why that happened. And so he's gonna ask himself, why did I do something wrong? And he's gonna start self-reflecting. And that self-reflection is gonna cause him to feel needy and insecure. And the only way for him to remove that insecurity is to go at the source that caused it, which is you. Now, this is fucked up, like I always say, but this is what gets him needy. So, but again, you break that pattern, right? You're texting him every day, you call him every day, and you say yes to all the dates, and all of a sudden, you take a long time to respond now. All of a sudden, you say no to the date, you cancel the date. All of a sudden, you're a little bit more colder that week, and then you go back to normal. And no, not normal, but then you go back to a moderate way of talking to him. That means that you're not needing no more, but you show him you like him. And the last one is Tyron, right? Now look, it's not Tyron, okay? It's put him in a sexually competitive state, like I always talk about. Putting a guy in a sexually competitive state is something that's so important that I have to reiterate it. And the reason why is this: when a guy sees in general, any human being, when they see that they want something that you have, all of a sudden that thing goes up in value. When a guy sees that that you're talking about Tyron, the personal trainer, Jake, the fucking basketball player, fucking Bob the builder, fucking whatever, as long as you let him know, I have a best friend at work. You know, don't worry about him, he's fine, boy. He's so cool. And you talk good about the fucking guy who is your best friend at work, which we all know he's trying to fuck you. That puts him in a sexually competitive state, right? But similar to insinuation, when you bring this up, when you bring up the fact that your salsa teacher is a good teacher, you change the topic. As long as you bring him up and you don't elaborate on it, you change the topic, he's gonna start thinking about it, right? Again, it's all about, you gotta introduce him to your male friends. You could tell him about your male best friend. You could just don't hide the fact that you have male friends. That's pretty much it. Because when you like the guy, you try to hide those guys because you're afraid that he gets jealous. But when you don't like the guy, you bring him up. You get what I'm trying to say? So, and that's why the guys that don't like you, that you don't like you, because you're willing to do all of this. So just bring up random guys. You don't have to force it. You could just be natural if you have male friends. Now, if you don't have male friends, you could just say you have a personal trainer who gives you discount. You could say that you have a student, a classmate in class that gives you the homework. Don't say he's doing it because he likes you. Just say, oh, he's so nice. Act oblivion to the fact that maybe he's trying to do that to bang you. Say, oh, he'll never bang me. Tyron will never, ever, ever try to bang me, even though he's big and black. Right? He's like, oh, really, bitch? Okay, all right, sure. Right? Not the first time I heard that story. And those are the 5 ways to put a guy needy. At the end of the day, what matters is that he likes you. Okay? What matters is that he likes you. Because if he doesn't like you, then he's not gonna react to this as much. You get what I'm trying to say? All right, ladies. So finally, I have released my second course for women, which is natural chemistry. This course is a 5-week course. 5-week course where every week you're gonna get a new set of videos based on specific issues. This course is all about how to create and maintain the attraction in any man. This will help you create love. This will help you deepen the love with your man. This is not about manipulation. This is not about playing games. This is genuine, natural chemistry. No more short-term partners. No more being fooled. Why? Because I will reveal to you not only how to create attraction in the first week,
but also how to understand male nature, how to understand their tricks, how to prevent from being too attached, signs that he's the wrong guy, signs that he's a narcissist, signs that he's a mama's boy, signs that he's an emotionally available guy, emotionally unavailable guy. We go over everything. We go over this third week, setting boundaries. We go over the third week, controlling your emotions, right? Setting boundaries, fourth week. Fifth week, embracing your masculine and the feminine, right? And on top of that, I have over 10 different bonuses. 10 different bonuses, my Lord have mercy, right? With a money back guarantee. The bonus are one, the natural chemistry, over 10 hours of content, right? The breakup formula, how to deal with a breakup, right? The connecting with your man, right? Establishing a life of abundance, social mastery, understanding your dark side, the goal setting seminar, which is about how to set and achieve goals, practical mastery that will teach you how to master anything, the laws of human nature. I have a book club for the laws of human nature with over 4 hours of content, right? The transformational seminar in a pocket, which is my mindfulness seminar, and the Chase audiobook. This originally is $1,800, but you get it starting at $97, ladies and gentlemen, right? $97. We have different packages, but all of this starts at $97. And you know what? You can check it out for free if you want. Yeah, for all the freeloaders, I have free videos just for you. Free videos, all right? So you could just check it out for free, and then you could get out. Nothing wrong with that, all right? So, and on top of that, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. That's right. No questions asked. I don't mind. I just want you guys to check it out because I know when you take one look, you're going to want to buy it. I can promise you. Just like my other course, the psychological game of attraction, it was a hit. You're gonna love this one. This one is not about manipulation. This is genuine natural chemistry. Order it now. All right. I'll see you guys inside. Peace out.